Okay, this is how you train for 10K swim. Ready? Let's go. So as you probably know, I'm in training for 10K race. I haven't done 10K race before, and so this is kind of new for me. And I thought I'm gonna share my experience and share my journey with you. So I will be recording most of my trainings and I will be sharing my updates and I will be showing basically how this goes. So hopefully at the end I will be able to swim 10K and I will learn a lot along the way. So as you know, me and Joanna and a couple of other guys from the club are planning to do 10K swim at the end of August. So we've got roughly 3 months. And some people ask me how I'm gonna train for this event. The truth is, I don't really know because I haven't done 10K swim yet. It's gonna be my first one. The longest swim I ever done was 4K. But I've got some experience in endurance. So I've did a couple of Ironmans and I put my own training programs for these events. So I've know some basics. Obviously in the Ironman you've got 3 disciplines. In the long endurance swim and marathon swim, you've got only swimming. So there is a difference. But the basics are kind of similar. So there will be definitely one long day, and this one long day will start with around 2K and we'll be gradually making this swim longer and longer. So that's one thing. The second thing, it will be a speed day. So I don't want only go for long, I want to be able to swim fast. So I need to have a speed day somewhere during the week. And the speed day will be mostly intervals. So it's going to be 100, 200 meters intervals with some good rest in between. What else? There will be 2 main swims. I will have probably 1 or 2 additional swims and they will be, let's call them recovery swims, where we'll be just enjoying the water and not really thinking about distance, but it will be more about the feeling of the water. On the top of that, because my background is in strength and conditioning, I will make sure that I will do a lot of strength. It will not probably help me to swim faster or better, but it will prevent any injuries. So swimming is very repetitive. There's a lot of shoulder movement, and a lot of people who swim a lot, they got problems with the shoulders. I want to prevent that, so we will be putting a lot of emphasis of making your shoulders strong and flexible. Simple things like making sure the arm can go overhead without any problems, that you've got full range in the shoulder, that your chest muscles are strong, that the back muscles are strong. So let me show you how you plan your long swim. So, as I said, you have to have a long swim, one long swim. So, let's say this is 12 weeks to the main event, to the main swim. So, I like to think in you building for 3 weeks and you recover 1 week. So, every 3rd week, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be the recovery week. And then there will be 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be a recovery week, and then 9, 10, 11, and 12. And this is the race week. So we'll start with around 2K swim for the long one. Then it will go to 2.5, probably somewhere around 3, and then maybe 3.5 even, and then on the 4th week we will recover and we'll drop the volume and we'll drop it probably to 2K. And then next 4 weeks block will start with around 3, and then we'll go probably 4 and 5, something like maybe 6 here. And then again, recovery, probably 3. And around 3 weeks, prior to the event, you want to have your longer swim. So we'll be aiming at around 75–80% of the longest swim. So it's probably 7K, 7 km swim on the week 9. And then from there is a taper, which means that you drop the volume slowly. So you swim 5 and maybe 3. And then the race week, you are nice and fresh for the first week over there. So this is the long swim. And then the fast swims will be kind of similar. You still look at the volume and increasing the volume, but making sure that you're increasing speed as well. So probably first week might be like 4 times 100 meters. 4 times 100 meter sprints with some time in between to rest. So we'll probably start with like 200–300 meters easy swim. Then we'll go for the intervals and then we'll rest. Then the next week it would be the same, but it would be 6. Then we'll maybe go to 8 rounds of this. Again, recover, start again, maybe add some 200 meter sprints. Although 200 meters is maybe too much, we'll see. Also, it works really well for the running, the training called Fartlek, where you're not necessarily thinking about distance, you not measure it, you basically go by the feel. So let's say you might just start swimming and then you say, okay, towards this boy, I'm gonna sprint. So you go as fast as you can, then you recover as long as you want, and then you go again. That's kind of, this could work as well. With the training, with the strength training, there will be, I will record another video with my best exercises for the swimmers, because it's going to be probably better that way. And yeah, I think it's all. Again, it's super. You can put this down there, but let's say on the week 6, I'm not feeling too good. I'm not gonna force myself to swim 4, because what I've learned over the years, it's much better to get under-prepared than overtrained. Once you overtrain, the hole is very deep, and to dig out from there, it's super hard. So always, if you're kind of thinking, should I do it today or no, it's better not to do it, better to do less than more. And trust me, you will still be able to finish your event, because on the day, the adrenaline kicks in, and as long you've got like consistencies in your training, you should be fine. So that's how we're gonna train. That's the plan for now. We will see how it goes, and I will keep these recordings every so often, so you can kind of watch them and see where we are and see our progress. And as always, if you got any questions about anything we do, just let us know, or let me know. And also, if you got some suggestions in terms of like how we can improve the training, please let us know, because we still learning. I'm still learning about the endurance, about the body, and about physiology, and about swimming in particular. So any tips would be very, very welcome. Yeah. Good. I think that's all. I'm going to do some training now. Thank you for watching. I see you soon.